media should be truthful and explain to the Guyanese people what has occurred since the 2nd of March. And I believe if the media were truthful, if political parties were honest, we would be able to overcome some of the anxieties and apprehensions. But there has been a lot of misinformation. There has been a lot of fake reports, and this has caused the confusion. I have advised in my own broadcast to the nation, and I advise my own supporters that my government will stick to the Constitution. The Constitution gives certain powers clearly, irrevocably to the Elections Commission. There has been some approach to the courts, and the rulings of the court have to be obeyed. And as I said in speaking to the media 2 Sundays ago, that to face the challenges which were raised, I participated in the facilitation of the visit of 5 Caribbean heads of government. And it is in their hands that the recount process, or it is under their surveillance that the recount process will be continued. I call it the 4 C's: the Constitution, the courts, the commission, and CARICOM. And if the media explained to the public that the process embarked on by Justice Singh with the election is a lawful process, and stop using words like rigging, which mean nothing. But if they explain to the people that Justice Singh and the Election Commission is following a clearly defined program, which is embedded in the Constitution, it follows the rulings of the court, it complies with the mandate of the commission, and in the final analysis, CARICOM with a team of observers will make a statement on its surveillance of the recount process. And I am not afraid of the media. I believe that if the media were truthful, that is what will be explained to the public. And I'm sure if the public understood that, there'd be less apprehension, there'd be less violence. I mean, I was quite upset on the 6th of March to see the stoning of the school bus at Bad Settlement and on the West Coast, but be miles away from the so-called Region 4, which is called the hot spot. But when you get the media or you get politicians inciting the public to stone school buses, who do you expect to be in a school bus at 12:30 on a school day other than school children? And that is the type of violence, that is the type of misinformation and fake news which can do harm to Guyana. And I can only say that the media must be more responsible, politicians must be more responsible, so we don't have a recurrence of those incidents at Tain and Bad Settlement and elsewhere in the country. But the media have to be more responsible. There is freedom of the press. We have not tried to suppress the media's right to communicate. But now we are in an era in which the digital media are not subject to editorial correction. Sometimes people publish stuff which is quite untrue and unverified. No editor does fact checking, and that is a danger. But freedom of the media is not the danger, but recklessness of some political persons, that is the danger.